I love doing that. Hello, brothers and sisters. I'm light and dark. Welcome to my crazy, eccentric, cringy page in which I talk about common sense from a Gen X perspective. Indigo child, the one and only on the internet right now. But of course, there's nobody gonna be copying me because they're not the real McCoy. They don't have no videos, and you can't introspectively ask him any questions because you're just too busy watching everybody else. But anyway, hello, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome to my page. My page is about common sense. By that, I try to keep it down and to get it under 10 minutes. If it goes over 10 minutes, it's something very important and unimportant to liberals, libertards, people who believe in God, people who like to smoke, people who like to drink, people who like ayahuasca, people like DMT, people who are religious, people who like to smoke, people who like to drink, people who like to eat DMT. I read about DMT. Ditrichtomine, I think it is. Terrence, okay, I read the book. Yeah, I remember. But anyone who's into escapism is a cheater. Let me put that again, but that's not what this video is about. I'm a conversationalist sapiosexual. A sapiosexual is someone who's turned on by intellectual stimulation, conversation, not just physical beauty, okay, like most people are, okay? But, of course, this video is not what that is about either. This video is about taking someone seriously, because it's always on my fucking mind, because I just had someone tell me, no one's going to take you seriously. I'm like, whoever takes someone seriously must have personally know them, because I'm pretty sure most people don't take people really seriously. Now, in your terminology, because I'm a Gen X, like I said before, most people take only people seriously what other people say. They're biased and they're bigots. They're bigots. Yes, most of you are bigots. You look at someone's image and you assume, and that's, you make an ass out of yourself. You don't know a person. You don't know if they're putting on a front. You don't know anything because you're not taking them seriously. You cannot take me seriously because you do not know me. And I'm not interested in being known by the majority of masses of asses. I am here as a schizologist, like a psychologist. A schizologist is a terminology I made up a long time ago. You're not going to find it nowhere in it. And if you do, that means they already copied my word, okay? Just like a lot of slang words, a lot of, you call them, ebonics, okay? A lot of blacks make up words and terminologies and slangs. And then people try to, they go along with it as a trend, okay? You know what I'm saying? But other than that, please understand that to take someone serious means to personally know them. Okay, if most people don't take someone seriously because of what other people are saying, so they're bigoted and biased, and that's simple. You're listening to what they're saying. The other people say that person is crazy, so you believe it. You believe it like an ass. You assume. The word ass, assume, has the word ass in front of it. You are an ass. Most people are an ass. A lot of times, and sometimes this is a contradiction to itself. Okay, the irony. There are people out there who basically think they know common sense, but they don't know what common sense is, okay? Most people don't have common sense. They care nothing about discipline. There are people out there like Morgan Official and other people who are very prominent who assume what other people are saying are actually facts and true. But I'm telling you, I don't have all the answers myself. I'm talking hypotheticals. I'm talking about what I heard. And when I say what I heard, I hear voices. Yes, I'm schizo, but not sick. Okay, all right? All right, so we got that right. Okay, there's people who believe in Jesus, but they don't believe there's other Jesus, even though Jesus said that you are gods, okay, in the Bible. But it will be taken out of context. It will be taken out of context. People will take it out of context and say, hey, okay, how come we can't be a God? We create life too. Yes, you can. Everything God can do, you can do. Okay, now you can't do nothing supernatural, powerfully, but you can do things more in the scientific version, okay, of things, right? Because Jesus was a black scientist. But trust me this, when someone tells me that and say, oh, nobody's going to take you serious, I don't give a fuck about your fucking perspectives of anything when I've went through years of research. I'm going to say one thing, and if you didn't do the research to educate me on what you did, either I'm going to agree with you or not, okay? Because I do believe in scientific biases. Yes, it is scientific method biases. I studied it, and I love to study eugenetics over human behavior because eugenetics is more important. I'm like a Sigmund Freud and shit, okay? And John Dee. Mystical side, demonology. I'm into all sorts of things because I'm a Renaissance. I study all sorts of things and mash them together. No one does that on the internet. I do not copy off of anyone, and there are people who take some of my advice and fly with it and then forget about me. So I try my best not to give too much information on the internet because people like to copy. I don't do scripts. You know, people like edit and all that stuff. They're looking for validation. I don't care for that type of shit. All right, there we go. We got the difference between me and them. If they got millions of subscribers, they're either doing something right or they're most likely looking for validation. Okay? I like watching Angry Joe. I love the guy. Okay? He's a funny guy, and he's hilarious, man. And I like watching the Quarterling and everybody else. I like watching Larry Elder and Candy Owens too. So it doesn't make me a coon. I just listen to points of their logic. I listen to logic only and common sense. This is what I do. If they have more common sense and logic, or they're using some form of dark psychology to manipulate the masses into going to the right direction, like religion, because religion is a great evil for a greater good by fact. Okay, we have to understand that. Then you know to do the research. If you do not do the research, you are just like everybody else. Sheep to motherfucking slaughter. We are only here in this world for the experience only. We're not here to try to evolve the low-minded people. There are people in the world who are very low-minded. They're a very emotional species. Emotion does not bring order. Emotions does not bring order. All right, so to take someone seriously means that you actually know them personally. You actually talk to them for so long. Like a lot of people don't take, Trump seriously, okay, because they're emotional. They don't understand his history. Maybe he's doing that because you don't know him personally. Maybe you didn't know how his upbringing was. But you can't judge someone by a book from the cover. Most of you are not houses, and most of you are not mentalists. You're not. I'm more of that type of person, yes. I do that shit on purpose, okay? I try to tell guys who take a little bit of my advice, who try to fly with it, don't try to become too ambitious. They're being greedy, okay? And when greedy comes from a great pride of destruction, great fall. What I'm saying is factual. I do talk double tongue sometimes. Sometimes people hear two different things sometimes. But that's because you're not understanding me or taking me seriously because you didn't ask a question. People who don't ask questions and people who make judgments before knowing the source. That's it. These are most people. They don't ask questions. They assume, okay? And, of course, people who just don't use logic. They're using their emotions. They're going on what other people are saying. I am not on TikTok, YouTube, or anything to trying to seek validation. Most people are beta. They're beta. And if they're beta alpha, they're actors, okay? They want to be something that they should not be. But to be a real alpha, it doesn't exist. It doesn't. I'm sorry. Lots of times when you hear the word alpha, that person, all the women want to fuck alphas. No, they do not like alphas. Okay, they're talking about beta alphas. Yeah, beta alphas. Yeah. Put the word beta because these guys are whoremongers. These are male There's only 25% of male narcissists out there. Yeah. Most of the other guys are just rejected and not being talked about. Most men are loyal, and there's far more virgin men in the world than women, okay? All right, so we got that fact out of the way. You can do that yourself. That comment came from some guy telling me no one's going to take you seriously because I was talking about how if you take 13% of the population, you can't say all 13% of black people in their population per capita, okay, are doing crime. You can't say that and say they're creating more crime than whites. We're just going to say black and white here. We're just going to go black and white. Tick for tack. For each per capita person, individual, in whatever area, I don't care how they analyze it, you cannot say that it's not even all 13% of the blacks, okay? It's like a small group of individuals who's just called rallying up people. I lived in the hood. I know who they are. Sometimes you can kind of say there's some systematic racism when especially there's white people paying some black people to cause trouble in the hood. That can happen. Okay, statistics can be altered. Okay, FBI agents are not usually white, They're not usually black people helping in with the statistics. They're going on a survey in black neighborhoods only. They're not comparing apples to oranges. There's more white people overall per capita that's doing crimes, and they get away with it, though. We know this is by fact. Black people know this. I know I'm a colored person. I have to say that. But also, I do blame black women in the hood. Okay, I blame that. Because I've talked to a lot of them, and they are the deadbeat mothers of society. And Bill Cosby tried to do something about this, and he got stopped. I'm just trying to tell the facts. I know it's black women in the hood creating those bastard children. I know how black women think with their attitude. I can read a black woman a mile away just by her mouth, okay? Right? All right? They don't have any education. They just have emotions. Black people are more emotional than white folks. White folks tend to be adaptive. They adapt. So this is what happened when you hear the Mount Caucasus, white people escaping from the mountains. I read about the books in the past. The Egyptian gods, okay, people don't know what they're talking about half the time, created white men after they created black men, okay? And I've seen that shit on the walls. It's also on the walls, but they're not showing you. White people were bioengineered and shit. I saw that imagery on the wall, but nobody talking about it. That's weird. They say black people was here on the planet first. They was populate the whole planet, not just in Africa. Hell the fuck no. No. No, I'm going over 10 minutes with this. I could tell you some origin stories of all from the Indian side, from the Egyptian side, and it's crazy. They say, well, mainly white folks are invaders. We are the aliens. We came down here, right? If you just read the books, you'd be like, yo, what? Wait a minute, who's these other people coming in? They're invaders, okay? While black people are more indigenous, Indian people are more indigenous to the earth because they don't have technology. That technology is coming from another world, okay? But you got to read up on that to understand that. Okay, religion is a man-made construct. All of it, all Allahs, all that Jesus shit, no. Now, as I said before, I digress. When people take people seriously, they know that person personally. Do not say, oh, nobody's going to take to me, oh, seriously. Fuck you. I just said before, I don't care about your fucking validation. I'm a therapist, motherfucker. I'm an eccentric therapist, a schizologist. I'm supposed to help you in a different, unorthodox way, okay, right? So I don't give a fuck about you taking me seriously. If you want to take me seriously, you pay your dues. Money is a form of energy. And I have 4 tiers, $7, $10, $15, and $20. And I'm like taking it seriously because it seems like people say they don't have $7. They got it, okay, because they got to pay bills. So I kind of cut them off. I got to cut you off because you're leeches. You're my vampires. I know who you are. And if I know there's more foreign people who help me out with more knowledge in America than in America. That's sad. They actually give me more love over internationally. But you're not going to see that, okay? Because people start to talk down on me because they won't take me seriously because the way I look. Okay. It's stupid shit. Just looking, oh, I don't want to take him seriously. I need to get somebody to jump his ass. Some bullshit. They don't even know if I'm magical. They don't know nothing about me. It's just a lot of people are like that. So I gotta be careful to cover my ass. I'm not worried about them getting hurt or their families or their dogs getting killed. I'm not worried about that. I'm not gonna do nothing. When they come after you, you fucked up somewhere along your line. You fucked up, right? So don't take me seriously. You don't know me. You don't talk into my inbox. You don't get into my Facebook. As I said before, I got clientele. People do know me, okay? But they stay away. They know they're not interested in knowing me, okay, as I want to know them, because that's a dangerous thing, to be friends. You know, some people want to be friends with me, but they really don't want to be friends with me, okay? They really don't like my information. They like to sit there and troll, okay? Like my ex-wife, okay? You want to try to use me or take advantage of me. That's not going to happen. I am 50 years old, goddammit. The kids are saying I look 30 and shit. I'm trying to keep the numbers down. I usually keep my hair on to make myself my bald head. Okay, you know, I take care of my health and shit. You know, I work out, man. I work out on the court. I'm outside in the summer. I do not sit around. I do not eat breads, meats, milks, shakes, salts, and sugars that much. No, I don't do that because I'm an indigo. I'm not supposed to do those things what everybody else is doing. A lot of people don't know what those things mean because they're not those things. They look it up on the internet. They don't know what that shit means. So to take me seriously means to know me, my family, my past, my history, who I am, why my quarks are, what my piss-offs are. You actually literally have conversations with me in the Facebook. You actually look at my page. You look at my Patreon. I do not care about being popular. It is not wise. There are people who will hate you for you being you. Know thyself over everything else. And literally stop taking people seriously, as a matter of fact. Stop it, because that's a waste of time. Okay, like I said before, most people are incompatible. They're considered twin flames, matching abilities. Most people who look for soulmates are not going to be happy with the soulmates long term, especially a female making judgments, because the ball's in the woman's court, okay, right? The ball's in a woman's court. All her decisions fall on her head if her father's not guiding her. A woman needs a father or a elderly male in order to make judgments, because most women, I said most women, not all, are not capable of choosing the correct relationship. They're not. You literally got to sit there and say, hey, this is how it's supposed to go. And you have, men are low maintenance. They don't ask that much. But women will make it harder on themselves because they're not happy internally, because they're not taught. Like most of you guys, too. Most of you men are beta. No matter how attractive. I see a growing number of men who are millennials, who are not old heads, who basically don't take their knowledge from the older and elders, and then they'll try to be another Andrew Tate. Don't be like Andrew Tate or Kevin Samuels. I respect some of the common knowledge that they talk about. Most people don't know about common knowledge because they don't have common sense. They don't have deductive reasoning or common sense. So when you hear someone talking about because they're pretty, you're being distracted. You're being, bamboozled, okay, by looks. That person doesn't have the truth, baby. Sorry. The older people have the truth. They know the roots of the earth. But anyway, that's all I gotta say, guys, about someone taking someone seriously. Okay, like, nobody's gonna take it like I'm supposed to be fucking serious. I ain't give a fuck about that, okay? I could do a whole lot of fucking things, but we all live less than 100 years old because human beings have the gene called childlikeness. They like to be like children. Especially there's other races intermingling with the human hue, okay, a color, okay. We have color, okay. Hue means color, all right. When you're human, you have emotions. I don't have time for the emotional games. I'm Indigo. I'm telling you straight up, I'm going to try to make you smile, to put a little bit of touch of some comical relief on it, but the harsh reality is we live less than 100 years old, and you cannot take everyone seriously. And most of the time, when people think things seriously, they love life. They're not being thoughtful of others, but they love life. So that's a form of selfishness. Most people are parasites. You do not know me. Okay, so get away from the page. If you made it this far, 17 minutes and 25, 20, 28, 29 seconds, you're special. Most people are not special. Well, let me take that back. Anybody's special in their own little way, but most people are common people. I care nothing for the common folk. I only care for those who have an open third eye without taking ayahuasca or drugs or marijuana. If it helps, if you need those things to hear me, we're not compatible. You have to find another way. You have to go into a cave, separate yourself from reality, and listen to the inner voices somehow. Okay, I don't know what to do for you there. Okay, but you got to talk. You have to talk. You have to speak before it's too late. There's people who come to me and say, I've seen you on the channel for years. I said, why didn't you say nothing then, bitch? Why do you waste time? I know guys who said to me, oh, I've seen you on here. You sound more intelligent than fucking Kevin Samuels. And I'm like, well, I don't care about that. Don't compare apples to oranges. You don't know nothing about the pimpology. I know about the pimpology. But you ain't not going to listen, okay? But anyway, I got to keep it short here, guys, okay? I don't break nothing in my policy, and YouTube has been doing okay. Okay, maybe later on they'll get my channel, okay, because they pulled down Marthius Knowledge 3, they pulled down Marthius Knowledge 5, and I have no idea why those two channels are down. That's a part of my life. Some people would like to report channels because of something I said. Okay, I don't care about that, okay? So if you see one of my channels up, which is the first one, Marthius Knowledge, that's been up there for years, ever since 2012. I've been on the internet since 2012. Ever since I lived in Ethiopia with the videos. A lot of guys don't like me. A lot of people ain't gonna like me because I'm indigo child. And I'm up front. I'm myself. I'm not beta, okay? Beta, like Jesse Peterson. He's kind of beta too because he believes in religion. You religious, you beta. You believe in religion, you can't understand what common sense and morals are, and you basically are beta, okay? I didn't need the Bible when I was younger, so I'm not beta at all. I believe in self-righteousness, that everyone is a god. It's a philosophy. The Bible is nothing but a philosophy. But other than that, I digress. I love you all, and I hate the many of you. I despise the many of you. I love animals more than humans, but I don't fuck the animals. Okay. Because I'm not your average man. I'm not your Peter Pan. The one and only Emerald Pillar. King, with the realest motherfucking knowledge. I wish a motherfucker would. A motherfucking Red Pillar. A motherfucking Mentor. Those are the beta males of society. And they are going to be taken advantage of. They're going to be taken advantage of. Because they complain too much. They complain too much about women. They don't like to talk about, they don't want to do research. Beta people do not like research. They're in their emotions. Beta people make judgments. They do not ask questions. They're NPCs. They cannot think outside the box. And when they do think outside the box, it's because of someone else. Okay? Peace.